Have you ever wondered why some foods are banned in certain countries while being perfectly legal elsewhere? From a luxurious delicacy that's outlawed to a simple chocolate treat that's forbidden in the US, these controversial foods have faced restrictions for reasons that might surprise you. If you're curious about the strange, shocking, and sometimes dangerous reasons behind these bans, just keep watching. Number 10. A little-known fact about root beer's early days is that it once contained sassafras, an ingredient now banned in the United States. Sassafras oil, extracted from the plant's root bark, was a popular flavoring agent until studies revealed that it contained safrole, a compound linked to liver cancer in lab animals. The US Food and Drug Administration outlawed the use of safrole in food and beverages in 1960, fearing its potential carcinogenic effects. Despite its ban, sassafras remains a key component in some traditional herbal remedies, though modern root beer now relies on artificial or safrole-free alternatives. While the evidence of human harm is debated, regulators prefer to err on the side of caution when it comes to potentially hazardous compounds. To this day, sassafras continues to be a subject of intrigue among food historians and health researchers alike. Number 9. Few foods spark as much controversy as foie gras, the luxurious delicacy made from the fat and liver of ducks and geese. Renowned for its rich, buttery texture, this dish is banned in several countries and US states due to the controversial force-feeding process known as gavage. Animal rights activists argue that inserting tubes down the birds' throats to overfeed them is cruel, while defenders claim it's a centuries-old tradition that, when done correctly, does not cause suffering. France remains its most passionate advocate, with foie gras protected as part of the country's cultural heritage. However, places like California and the UK have outlawed its production or sale, citing ethical concerns over animal welfare. The battle between tradition and ethics rages on, making foie gras one of the most debated luxury foods in the world. Number 8. At first glance, Scotland's famous haggis might not seem like a dish worthy of a ban, but the United States thinks otherwise. The problem lies in one key ingredient, sheep's lung, which has been prohibited in the US since 1971 due to concerns over fluid contamination during slaughter. Traditionally, haggis is made by stuffing a sheep's stomach with minced heart, liver, lungs, oats, and spices, then boiling it to perfection. While Scots consider it a national treasure, the US Department of Agriculture views lung consumption as a potential health risk. As a result, authentic haggis has been absent from American menus for decades, though modified versions attempt to replicate its distinct flavor. Despite the ban, Scottish expats and curious food lovers continue to seek out black market alternatives or travel abroad to experience the real thing. Number 7. There was a time when absinthe was considered the drink of artists, poets, and revolutionaries, until it was banned for being supposedly hallucinogenic. The emerald green spirit, famously associated with figures like Vincent van Gogh and Oscar Wilde, contains wormwood, which includes a chemical compound called thujone. In the early 20th century, absinthe gained a notorious reputation, with claims that it drove drinkers insane and even led to violent crimes. As a result, countries like the United States and much of Europe banned it, fearing its effects on public health and morality. Modern science later debunked many of these myths, proving that absinthe was no more dangerous than other high-proof alcohols. While some restrictions have been lifted, the legend of absinthe's mind-altering powers still lingers in popular culture. Number 6. Few foods are as polarizing as horsemeat, which is widely consumed in some countries, yet taboo in others. While nations like France, Japan, and Kazakhstan consider it a delicacy, the United States and parts of the UK have outlawed its sale due to cultural and ethical concerns. Horses are seen as companions rather than livestock in many societies, making the idea of eating them deeply unsettling. However, supporters argue that horse meat is lean, nutritious, and a sustainable protein source, especially in regions where it's long been part of the cuisine. Even in countries where it's not illegal, public outrage has led to scandals, such as the 2013 European horsemeat contamination crisis. Despite its historical significance in various cultures, the debate over whether horses belong on the plate continues to divide opinions. Number 5. Few meals come with a side of danger quite like fugu, the infamous Japanese pufferfish dish that can be deadly if not prepared correctly. The fish contains tetrodotoxin, a potent neurotoxin that's 1,200 times deadlier than cyanide, with no known antidote. Only highly trained and licensed chefs are legally allowed to serve fugu in Japan, ensuring that diners don't suffer a fatal mistake. Despite these precautions, the dish remains banned in several countries, including the European Union, due to its extreme health risks. Some thrill seekers travel to Japan specifically to try fugu, drawn to both its delicate flavor and the danger associated with eating it. While modern regulations have significantly reduced fatal incidents, fugu retains its reputation as one of the riskiest delicacies in the world. Number 4. Beluga caviar has long been a symbol of luxury, but its rarity comes at a high environmental cost. Harvested from the beluga sturgeon, a species that can live over a century, this prized delicacy has been heavily restricted due to overfishing and habitat destruction. The United States banned its import in 2005 under the Endangered Species Act, hoping to curb the decline of the Caspian Sea's beluga population. Conservationists argue that the demand for beluga caviar has pushed the species to the brink, while black market sales continue to thrive despite legal protections. Some farms now produce sustainable alternatives, but traditionalists insist that wild-caught beluga caviar remains unmatched in quality. As a result, this once abundant delicacy has become an increasingly rare and controversial indulgence. Number 3. Shark fin soup was once a prestigious dish in Chinese cuisine, but today it's one of the most hotly debated foods in the world. The controversy stems from the brutal practice of shark finning, where fishermen remove the fins and discard the rest of the shark back into the ocean, often while it's still alive. This practice has devastated global shark populations, prompting bans in places like the US, Canada, and multiple Asian countries. Supporters argue that shark fin soup is a centuries-old tradition, while conservationists warn that continued demand could push many shark species to extinction. Even in places where it's still legal, shifting attitudes have caused a decline in popularity, with some high-profile restaurants removing it from their menus. As awareness grows, the dish that was once a status symbol is now seen by many as an environmental disaster. Number 2. No cheese in the world is as infamous or illegal as Casu Marzu, the maggot-infested delicacy of Sardinia. This traditional sheep's milk cheese is intentionally left to rot so that live fly larvae can break down its texture, creating a soft, almost liquid consistency. While locals consider it a unique cultural treasure, the European Union has banned it due to serious health concerns, including the risk of intestinal infections. The cheese's defenders argue that it's been eaten for generations without issue, but strict food safety laws make it nearly impossible to sell legally. Despite the ban, it remains available on the black market, where daring food lovers seek it out for its strong flavor and legendary status. Whether seen as a culinary adventure or a health hazard, Casu Marzu is undoubtedly one of the world's most controversial cheeses. Do you know any other foods that are banned in certain countries? Let us know in the comments. And please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And with that out of the way, number 1. A simple chocolate egg may seem harmless, but Kinder Surprise has been outlawed in the United States for over 80 years. Unlike the Kinder Joy version, which separates the toy from the treat, The original Kinder Surprise contains a plastic capsule inside its hollow chocolate shell. US law prohibits any non-edible object from being embedded within food, citing choking hazards as the primary reason for the ban. While children in Europe and other countries have safely enjoyed them for decades, American regulators refuse to take the risk. Travelers have even had their Kinder Surprise confiscated at customs, with fines imposed for attempting to bring them into the country. Despite the controversy, these banned chocolates remain a beloved favorite worldwide, leaving US citizens longing for a taste of what they can't have. Wasn't that fascinating? If you'd like to keep watching, check out one of these videos.